is going on, Cancers? Butch here. I am going to do your December read. It is for the month of December. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. We're heading into December, obviously, because I'm doing a December read, but it's my favorite month. I'm a little biased. My birthday's in December. I am a December Sagittarius. And Christmas. And Christmas brings, I used to love Christmas as a kid for a different reason. I love it now. Now I love it because of the kids. I love that feeling that you get, during this time of year. Everybody's nicer. Everybody's so polite, and, everybody's always talking to each other. Like, I just like what it brings out in people, and I love the joy that my kids have in it. And that all brings me the happiness. When you're a kid, you're always thinking about the presents and seeing people, your family, seeing people in your family and all these things. And it just, your perspective changes, but it's still always been a great time. And then there's pie. I'm not a sweet eater. I don't like cake and stuff like that, but I love pie. Pretty much I love any kind of pie. I love blueberries, my favorite, but we go down the list. Pumpkin, cherry, chocolate, banana, coconut cream, meat pie. I've never tried sweet potato pie. Never tried that. I'm gonna have to try it this year. Anyway, comment down below what pie you like, or what your favorite holiday snack is, or what you look forward to when it comes to Christmas. Anyway, I got this new deck. I'm just talking your faces off here. I got this new deck the other day. It's really cool. It's called the Pulp Tarot. It looks like old magazine covers from like the 20s, 30s, 50s. I don't really know. I'd say it couldn't be too early because it's color, but it's really cool. Anyway, with all that jibber jabber, let's get it. Universe, what do we have? Cancers. What message do we have for Cancer for December 2023? All right, Cancers. So, stick with me. This may not start off good, but don't read the whole story in one page, okay? Because the first thing that I see is I feel like there's somebody that you're already dealing with, and I feel like there's something up with this person. There's something there that you're either not seeing or don't want to see. I don't feel like this person is being honest with you. I really don't feel like this person. I don't think you're getting what you think you're getting from this person, or I don't think you're gonna get what you think you want. Or what you want. I feel like that they tell a good story, but I feel like your intuition is telling you there's something off here, and I feel like because we're ignoring that intuition a little bit, like I said, not wanting to see what's in front of you or not seeing what's in front of you, I do feel like there is some anxiety, some late nights not being able to sleep, and to be honest with you, I don't feel like that's getting better. as this goes on, because like I said, I mean, I feel like there's a lot of hot and cold energy coming with this person. I feel like this person's in and out. I feel like one minute you feel like you're secure in this connection with this person and they're telling you all the right things, and the next minute they're just kind of ghosting you. They're not really communicating very well with you. And I feel like this is going to lead to a tower moment. I feel like a lot of chaotic energies already happened, and I feel like it's going to continue to happen. And the thing is I feel like every time it happens moving forward, it's going to get worse. And I do see heartbreak in the near future. But like I said, don't listen to don't just read the first couple pages, because what I see coming for you is I feel like you're going to see something happen, because I do feel someone from your past is going to show up. I feel like in this moment of despair, I do see a past person coming back and showing up for you. I feel like it's going to be, we have the 7 of Cups in reverse, so I feel like it's going to be someone that you may not have thought would be the one to be the hero, to show up for you. It may be someone that you thought maybe didn't even think about you anymore. But I'm here to tell you, this person, not only do they think about you, they still love you. They haven't walked away from it. And I feel like in your time of need, this person is going to show up for you. Like I said, I mean, with this new person, I feel like before they weren't on the same page. I do feel like they had a lot going on, and I feel like they never really gave you what they had to offer. But like I said, I feel like this person's going to show up for you. I feel like this person is a very nurturing energy with this person. I feel like you're finally on the same page. I mean, we have the family card, we have the 10 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Cups. The family card, getting all that you want, and then that 10 of Pentacles, getting all the things that you need. I don't think this person could give you what you wanted and what you needed before. But when push comes to shove, I feel like I said, I feel like in this moment of need, this person shows up in a big way. And I feel like that's, I mean, we have the Queen of Cups and we have the King of Cups. I mean, very emotionally mature, very nurturing, but also, I feel like they didn't quite show up for you in the past. And I feel like you may have misunderstood how they felt about you, but I feel like there's going to be no misunderstandings now. This person, I do feel like this person's been kind of waiting for this to fall apart. Not that they wanted it to, but I feel like they just kind of knew. And I feel like they've been waiting for you, waiting for that moment where, they could show up for you. And they were planning on doing this long before this happened. Sometimes on the outside, people can, especially people that know us well, can see things happening that we're not even seeing, because sometimes we're with someone and we want to make it work so bad that we ignore the red flags. We start to collect them. But I feel like this person knows you really well. And I feel like they knew you were going to need someone to show up for you. They knew that there's going to be a moment where they would have a chance to make things right. Like I said, I mean, this person's been waiting for this to happen, because they, I feel like this person has been keeping a closer eye on you than you think. I feel like they knew this new person wasn't going to be the person for you. We have the 7 of Swords. They knew that person was hiding something. And that's the thing sometimes. I mean, sometimes we have people in our ears saying, this person is shady, this person's doing this person's not good for you. But we don't want to hear that. And I feel like that's one of the reasons why this person never came forward earlier. They didn't want to tell you that. But I feel like they knew it was coming. And they knew they wanted to be there when it happened. This person wants to take care of you. This person wants to love you. And like I said, I feel like they never truly walked away from this. I see this as a very strong union you're going to have with this person. And I mean, we also have that Lover's card as well. You know, I feel like the connection that you have with this person was deep. And I feel like the way it ended in the past, I feel like, you know, I feel like we never got to see the true potential before, but I feel like we're going to see it now. Like I said, very nurturing energy. This person's showing up for you. And I feel like not only this, but I feel like they've made a lot of big changes between the time you knew them and between now. Like I said, I feel like they've been keeping a close eye on you as of late. And I feel like they kind of knew this was going to happen and they were waiting. You know, they were a true friend because they could have came to you and told you, you know, what was going on. They could have told you that they saw it. They could have been another person in your ear. But they didn't want to be that person. They want to be the person that was there for you when you needed them most. And that's the biggest thing I want you to take away from this person is no matter what happened in the past with you and this person, in the moment that you need someone the most, that's when they show up. And that should be an inkling into their character. It shows a lot of character for someone to show up for us. Like I said, I mean, we got new stability with this new person. You know, I feel like, you know, this person is really going to take care of you, and I feel like they're really going to fill your cups up. You know, they're going to make you feel special. You know, I don't feel like they were ready to do that before. And, you know, like I said, this other person that we're dealing with, this connection that's falling apart. Sometimes we need to let the things that don't do us any justice, that don't do us any good, sometimes we need to let that go. You know, it's like I always say, I used to work for this company where we used to tear down houses. You know, tear down houses that were, you know, condemned or whatever. But I remember this one house, and it was burnt pretty good, but there's still a lot of structure left. And I remember the owner he was very persistent on wanting to keep it. And I remember my boss sat him down and said, listen, we could build back onto it and not be able to guarantee it, or we could tear it down and start new. Then we can guarantee it. Then you got something that's fresh. You know, and we can build it the same way you had it. So when it's back up, it would look the same inside to you, but you would have the reassurance and knowing that we did it all the right way. He said this is an old house. You know, a lot of things that they did back then aren't even legal nowadays. So we could just start over. And he finally accepted it. And then when we were done, he was really happy with it. Actually, he said it looked like the same house. It just felt newer. But sometimes we got to let go what doesn't do us any good. You know, sometimes it's hard to let go. But I feel like sometimes it's the only choice. That's the best choice. With this person, we have Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Some Cancer, some Pisces, some Scorpio as well. I do feel a little bit of Aries energy going on. But that's the thing. Sometimes you know, if you're in the wrong relationship and you ignore that, you know, that I'm not saying if you have a bad day with somebody, but if you're in a relationship where it's always wrong and always feels wrong, you're never sure what they think about you. You're never sure if they care about you. There's hot and cold. If there's so much toxicity going on that you're laying in bed at night awake, you know, some connections just need to let go. You know, because they weren't meant to be long term. You know, some people don't have our best interest at heart. Maybe they filled a void at one point. That doesn't mean we got to spend the rest of our life accepting the fact that they filled a void at one point. You know, and sometimes when we do that, we collect the red flags and we stay with someone and we push through, even though every part of us tells us we shouldn't. The only thing you're doing is stopping what you should be from happening, who you should be with from happening. Sometimes it's a hard choice, and I'm not going to sit here and say it. you're with the wrong person, get out of it. But if you know that there's something isn't right, and if every part of you is telling you to run, don't walk away. Run. Just think about this. If you're in the wrong relationship for 10 years, that's 10 years you could have been in the right relationship. Sometimes I wish I took my own advice. But like I said, sometimes we meet people and they're nice to us and they do nice things and, we enjoy it. And, they make us promises that they don't intend to keep. But we enjoy it. We enjoy it. Especially, a lot of times we get in bad... The thing is, a lot of times people get into a bad relationship because they were in a worse relationship. And this, in comparison, seems better. If you're with a terrible person and all of a sudden you meet someone and they're at least nice to you and show you some interest, it seems better. So you're like, okay, well, this is better. That's one thing I feel like a lot of people do. I've done it in my past. Don't accept something because it's better than the last thing you had. Always strive for the best. And it is hard. It's hard to be alone. But if you're with the wrong person, you're still alone. That's a concept I had a hard time dealing with. Being alone in the fact that you have nobody with you is one thing, but there's always a possibility of meeting a person. But if you're in a relationship where you feel alone, that's so much worse because you're alone and it's not like you can meet somebody else because you're with somebody. And just like I said, it's life. We have hard choices. Some are easier than others, and some we tend to want to ignore because it seems so hard. It's I've been in a situation before where I was with somebody and we were really good friends. We had a really good friendship. This girl, we dated for about a year. We had a really good friendship. We were like best friends. But we were two different people when it came to relationships. And, I fought to keep us together because we had such a great bond. And I thought in my head over and over again, if I leave her, if I break up with her, I'm going to lose my best friend. And it's like a double whammy. But one day I sat her down and I just got enough. And I said, listen, we're not on that. We're not on that page. We're not on the same page. We don't want the same things. I'm not getting what I want from you. And you're not, I don't know what you want, so I don't know how to give it to you. We ended up breaking up. And for probably 3 weeks to a month, we didn't talk. Barely ever. Then one day, I seen her at a party. We started talking. We started hanging out. And it was like we were back to being best friends again. But, I just made it a point, and she respected it, the fact that we weren't going to be intimate. We weren't going to slip back into it. Because sometimes when you're best friends with somebody, you get very comfortable with them. And we were friends for years after that. She dated other people, I dated other people. And that's another reason why I knew it was probably the right thing, right decision. Is the moment when I met her new boyfriend. I didn't feel jealous at all. He didn't like the fact that she was best friends with me, but I didn't feel jealous at all. I was happy for her. And I knew at that moment that I wasn't love. But yeah, sometimes we get with somebody because it's better than the last person. And unfortunately, I feel like everybody's done that at least once. But, don't sell yourself short. Especially if you're in a situation where you shouldn't be in, just get out. It's your life. If you're with the wrong person, that means you can't be with the right person. So take that with a grain of salt. For every minute you're with the wrong person, that's minutes you're taking away from the right person. And sometimes it's a hard decision to walk away from somebody. I know. Like I said, I know. But is it worth giving up your happiness to not find out? Anyway, be good. Take care. Stay safe.